Well, I think that's answered all the questions I wanted to ask. Is there a question I should have asked you that I didn't?
Oh well, I don't know. It's a great worry to me that people talk about productivity in the UK constantly. Queen Victoria was worried about the productivity with the upstart Americans and the Germans, and it hasn't changed. We still have this attitude here that obviously if you pay people more money, our erstwhile Prime Minister Boris Johnson was quoted as saying, greed is good because he paid someone some vast millions to get the first COVID vaccine through. Well, most people are not going to get a couple of £100 million or dollars or whatever for working hard. I mean, that's just doesn't happen. So, okay, exceptions. You're now talking about more of the 8 billion people than the one person that I talk about. So there are things on the fringe, yeah, and there are people that are never going to buy into your concept and your idea that we're all in the same tribe and we should all support one another. There are people that do that. There are people that will put themselves out for a couple of £100 million. I mean, over here a few years ago, we had a 21-year-old who was an intern in the City of London, and he died in the bath. He'd just done a 20-hour straight stretch in where he was working, and he was rushing through the bath at home so he could go back to work. The stress they put him under to achieve killed him. And that's not right. Nobody cared about him. Nobody was looking after him. I don't care if it's the norm. It's not right. Because when you're managing people, people have a divine spark in them. We are different from stones. And so you need to take great care of that. And if you do that, you're partway there.
Excellent. Well, thanks for having this conversation. I've really enjoyed it.
Me too, Dan. You know you're a brilliant conversationist. And thank you very much for not being too unreasonable.
I learned what I wanted to learn. Thank you for that. I like to learn every day.
Thank you very much, Dan. It's been an enormous pleasure talking to you.
Likewise.